Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. Welcome back and happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday, and happy and blessed Saturday for those who are on Saturday. So, today's topic is
Today's topic is why you don't need experience to succeed online.
yes, so that's what we're going to be talking in. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hello, everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello, hi everyone. My name is Yesenia, but everyone call me Jessie. I'm a nurse by professional. I live here in Ontario, Canada, but I'm original from Cuba. I have my business online. I'm a mentor at the same time.
Hello everyone. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico. I live in North Carolina, USA. I am a wife, a mother, a proud digital business owner, and a mentor.
Yes. So we also want to remind everyone that every Tuesdays and every Thursdays we have our live webinars. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is just register into any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that information to watch the webinar. So in this case, you're going to be catching yesterday's live webinar before next Tuesday's live webinar. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. That one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday, one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. And our live webinars is every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. So it's the same time for both days. The second link you get there is a link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that we're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works, and also you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their life. So if you want to catch yesterday's live webinar before next Tuesday's live webinar, here were the hosts and panelists for that day.
Okay, so yesterday we had our live webinar and we had Abolave as our host. She's a policy analyst and a business coach. We also had Paromita. She is a retired teacher. Myra is a nurse, and we also had Tatiana, a social worker.
We also had Maria, she's a retired nurse, Janet, educational social accompaniment, Taiwo is IT specialist, and Raquel is a registered pharmacy technician. So all these people were yesterday in a live webinar. Yesterday was September 11th. And remember, we have live webinar every Tuesdays and Thursday, same time always, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Easter time. And the only thing you have to do is register with your name and email to any of our websites or link, and we'll send you the information.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Jessie. Yes. So if you're catching our replay has subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: the Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So there you go. So now you know if you want to learn how you can start your online business, all you have to do is just register into any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. All right. So let's dive into our topic for today.
Okay, so for our episode 17, we have why you don't need experience to succeed online.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So welcome again to another episode 17 of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business, and happy Friday for everyone, and happy Saturday for those who are already on the weekend. So today's topic is one of the biggest myths we need to break, and that is, people a lot of times says, I can't start an online business because I don't have experience. Well, here is the truth. You don't need years of business or being tech savvy or have the marketing skills to be able to succeed online. What you need is the right mindset, the right mentorship, and the system. So, we're going to be diving into 3 reasons why lack of experience is not a barrier and how everyday people are creating success online. So, what are today's points?
So to their points are point number one, most entrepreneurs start with no experience. Point number two, skills can be learned faster than ever. And point number three, system to the heavy lifting.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So, let's start with point number one.
So point number one, we have it right here. The you know the truth is that a lot of entrepreneurs who they start with zero experience, and they just have to start. So according to FreshBooks self-employment report, 55% of small business owners have no previous experience when they start their first venture. They don't know nothing about it. They just have a dream and they want to make it happen. Okay, experience isn't a prerequisite
Requisite.
prerequisite. Sorry for that word. Willingness to learn is, the online world is built for beginners with a step-by-step training and resource that make the process accessible. Example, teachers, nurses, parents, and retirees are building an online business not because they were expert, but because they are open and coachable. So what are we saying this? What are we telling you for being entrepreneur? You don't need experience. Remember, we say that to start this business or any business, you don't need experience before. You just need a goal, you want a dream. Okay. If you want to start your own business, you're like pop up, como, I don't know how you call it in your country, your coffee shop or your gym idea, you can start it, and it just make it a little harder because you're doing like a physical store or something like that. But just imagine if you can start a normal business, traditional business without any experience or any idea what you're getting into it yourself. Think how much can you do if you started online. In the online space you have everything. You can get access to all the knowledge. What made the difference isn't the experience, at the beginning. It's the willingness to learn and be plugging on the right system. The beauty about our digital business is that you start from the scratch, or the training start from zero, until you get more comfortable and you learn more. You start with a proven system that is already working. You are surrounded by a supporting community that guide you step by step, and that's what replaces the experience that you don't have. You have a question, just go ask. There is not dumb questions. You always want to learn. You always want to get the outcome going. So I'm as a nurse. Just a little bit of my story. I when I started doing this digital business, I have none experience at all on the line space, not even on ads, and less on sale. If you know me, yes, I look so bubbly. I like really approachable, but normal. I'm not that. I was not that talkative before, but deep inside, I knew I wanted change. Deep inside, I knew that I wanted something more. Like many others, probably like you that's watching us right now, you probably have a dream that you haven't accomplished, because you don't have the time or you don't have the money, or, you think that you are not able to do it. So yeah, your online business, you can start it without that experience. And it doesn't matter if you started with experience or no, it will take you always to the long way. I learned a little bit by little the system. I have my mentorships, my coaching, my training, and I grew on the business. I grew with the learning. So if you are holding right now yourself back because you think that you don't have the experience to start this business, we're telling you you're wrong. Everyone here start like kindergarten, like we are all learning together and we are supporting each other. So the first step is have some courage and start.
Thank you, Jesse. Sorry, just give me a sec. Thank you, Jesse. So yeah, so as we see, you don't need experience to be able to succeed online, and that's the difference, between a brick and mortar and an online. That's why we always say, we are so blessed to be in the digital era, because the digital era, anyone is able to succeed. So all in reality that you need is, to be open, to have a dream, to be open, and to be coachable, because you don't need experience. You learn as you go. And then you're also guided, by a mentor. And also, we have a blueprint in our online community. So you don't have to uh, reinvent the wheel. Okay, so let's go to point number 2.
Okay, point number 2 is skills can be learned faster than ever. According to LinkedIn 2024 Workplace Learning Report, building a new skill online is now 5 times faster than it was just a decade ago. Why? Because digital tools, step-by-step programs and mentorship make the process more accessible than ever. This means you don't need years in a classroom or an expensive degree to grow. You can learn marketing, automation, or business strategy in weeks, not years, and immediately apply those skills to your business. So, in my own journey, I started with zero background in tech or online business. Honestly, I used to believe that without the formal degree of years of experience, success wasn't possible for me. But once I tapped into guided training and mentorship, I realized how quickly I can learn the skills that once I felt intimidating, like building a digital funnel or running automated systems, because um, now with this business, it becomes manageable, even exciting, because a lot of the background work, the automated system is doing it, and I don't have to really worry about it. That's the power of today's tools. They collapse the timeline that once felt like a distant dream, and now it became a reality I could step into with no skills. And I can learn, different skills at a time, or I can learn depending on my time, how much time I have. I can learn a lot of skills in one day. And, it's a process. You learn, you pick up things that here and there, but if you do it every day, if you make it repetitive, then you learn them really well. The truth is, you don't have to know everything to start. You just need to be willing to learn. And then the rest comes faster than you think, as long as you have that desire and you're really there and you show up every day, you can learn things faster than you can really imagine.
Thank you, Sobel. Yeah, so as we mentioned, you don't need experience to succeed online. So Jesse talked about that, and now Isabel uh, was talking about, skills can be learned. So you don't have to actually have those skills. You can learn it as you go. With all the tools that we have and the mentorship programs, everything is feasible. You only have to be coachable and be willing to learn, and that's all really the kind of skill you will need to be able to succeed in this online business. So let's go to point number 3. So point number 3 is systems do heavy lifting. So let's break this down. So a HubSpot study found that 64% of business using automation generate more leads and see higher productivity. Well, that's because system removes the repetitive and the time-consuming work that usually slows people down. Okay, so to explain a little bit more this, you don't need to know it all, okay, or to be a tech expert to succeed. Why? Because the automation simplifies the hard parts. So, for example, we have our websites that work 24/7. So that's the beauty that we love this, because you can go anywhere and you know that your business is working behind the scenes or on the background. Proven sales funnels that guide prospect step by step, and the community that support that answer questions when you're stuck. So you always will have that support. So instead of juggling every task manually, the systems allow you to focus on the human side. So all the technical part is handled by the automation, and then you just have to focus on that contact with the other person, so the human side contact. So how do you do that? Well, by sharing your story, by building trust, and by connecting with people. So connecting with people you know online, or sometimes you connect people just when you meet them on the street. So those two ways. So here's an example. So think about someone who has never sold a product in their life, for example. Okay, so normally they will have to figure out the tech, the design a website, create emails, and track leads. That sounds overwhelming, right? Well, just knowing that you have to design a website, that's a lot of things to think about, because I was building a website before and it wasn't easy. So just that is a lot. So, but with an automated system in place, all of that is done for them. So you don't have to worry about that because it's taken care. They make it so simple for you to be able to have that set up. So they simply plug into a ready to use framework. Okay, so that way they can spend their energy on learning, growing, and serving others instead of wasting time in reinventing the wheel or trying to figure out how to do that. Um, Systems. So, what is the takeaway of this point? Well, systems are like the invisible engine running in the background. So they free you up to do what really matters, and that is, building relationships and growing your business. So that's why, because of this system that we have in place, you have that extra time. And that's what we are looking when we go into an online business, to be able to have that freedom, that time freedom, to be able to be fully present and do the things that we love. Yes, we do take care of our business, but we don't have to spend a lot of time in there, like if you will be working. So that's why, the system do the heavy lifting for you. All right, so that's what I have for point number 3. So what is our takeaway?
So our takeaway is experience is not the key to success. Action is. You don't need to be an expert to start. You just need to be willing, open to mentorship, and ready to use the tools that are already available.
Yes. And what is our message to the audience?
Okay, our message is if you've been waiting because you think you don't know enough, let this be your sign. Comment ready below or message us to watch a free info session that walks you step by step through how beginners are building profitable business online.
Yes. So we have arrived to the end of our lives. So we hope so that you got some enlightenment and you get to see that, having an online business is not as hard as it might seem, and you don't need to have experience. Why? Because we have uh, the system, we have a global community, online community support that you will have, and the mentorship program, and the training and the tools to be able to succeed. So all it takes from you is just to be willing to have the dream, to be willing to learn, to be coachable, and just to like be in your business, show up on your business every day. But yeah, it gives you that freedom that we're looking for. So that's why a lot of people now are transitioning from traditional jobs to the online business, because once you discover this, trust me, you don't want to go back. That's how amazing it is. Okay, so if you love what we talked today, and if you want to share something, just put it in the comments and let us know. We'll be happy to read your comments. And if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start earning online, we do have a free webinar every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. So here are 3 ways that you can also contact us to learn more about this business, or if you have any questions. So you can either put in the comments more info, or you can send us a private message and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Or you can register directly into our website, and we send you that invitation to watch the free webinar, which in this case you will be catching yesterday's live webinar, and then you can watch that one before next Tuesday's live webinar. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. So the first one is to register to the live webinar. That one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday, one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. The second link is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group, where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that we're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how an online business plan works, and also you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So if let's find out who are the hosts and panelists, if you want to catch yesterday's replay of the live webinar before next Tuesday's live webinar. Sorry.
Okay, so our host for last Thursday was Abolade. She is a policy analyst and also a business coach. We had Paromita, she's a retired teacher. Myra is a nurse, and Tatiana is a social worker.
We also have Maria, she's a retired nurse educator. We have Janet, educational social accompaniment. Taiwan is an IT specialist, and Raquel is a registered pharmacy technician. So all these people were on a live webinar yesterday. Yesterday was Thursday, September 11th. Remember, we have live webinar every Tuesdays and Thursdays, same time always, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And the only thing you have to do is register with your name and email to any our website, and we send you the information.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Jessie. So if you're catching the replay of the live webinar, replays has subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: the Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So there you go. So now you know, if you want to start your online business, all you have to do is just put in the comments more info, send us a private message, or register directly into our website. So we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. If you're watching us on Facebook and you are not following us on our Facebook business page, you can follow us up here on the top to get to know us a little bit more, who we are and what type of content we have in our pages, and more information about the business. If you're watching us from YouTube and you haven't subscribed to our channel, you can subscribe to our channel and press that notification bell to get notified when we post new content and when we're going live. So that way you keep learning more about this online business opportunity. And when you feel ready, we'll be happy to guide you along the way. And you're never going to be alone, because you're going to have us as mentors. And also you have the total global online community support. So yeah. So let's find out what is our topic for next Friday.
Our topic for next Friday is work smarter, not harder, leverage systems and automation.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking next Friday. So, because building freedom isn't about hustling harder, it's about letting the right tools do the heavy lifting for you. And today we touched a little bit about that. So that's the end of our lives. So we want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday, and a happy and blessed Saturday for those who are on Saturday already, and a happy and blessed weekend ahead for everyone. So thank you again for being here with us today on another episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, everyone. God bless you all, and thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.